Hey fellow ship captains, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, Ashes of the Domain, Episode 19, Trial and Error Defense. So as you can see above my head, the first thing I'm going to do is to prepare a fleet to deal with said blockade, because, you know, I don't really want to get blockaded. I don't want my accessibility to tank. And what I wanted to do was to roll out, so we have one more Paragon here. And I wanted to roll out another Aurora, because we'll have the time to build both before the blockade comes, I think. This needs 70 ship parts, or 80 ship parts, and I supply 70, so it'll be close enough. The other thing is to make sure that I have all the weapons that I need to outfit these ships. I am not 100% certain I have spare... No, I don't. Okay. So I need 3... Oh, I, totally forgot that there's another Synergy Small Hardpoint Ion Cannon right here. I am not sure I care. So maybe I ignore that. I don't think I need 4 ion cannons. So 3 ion cannons. Do I have other pulse lasers? I do not. 2 heavy blasters and a pulse laser. So let's get this queued up, and then we can, go back to business as usual. So 2 blasters, confirm. Pulse laser, confirm. 3 ions. If I knew my alphabet, this would be easier. Actually, it's not alphabetical. It's sorted by... What is the sort right now? Size. It's sorted by size. All right. And then 2 burst PDs. No, 3 burst PDs. And that will be the entire Aurora. Pretty straightforward. All right, so that's the Aurora all set up. And then we do have the Paragon coming out. So let's see. Oh, I might not have been... poopskis. I thought I was actually docked at the planet. I wasn't listening to the audio cues. I wasn't docked with the planet. So I don't actually need those ion cannons or burst PD lasers. I do not need the pulse laser. I need one of the heavy blasters. No, I don't need the heavy blasters. Okay. Well, I'm bad at math, apparently. Or bad at knowing where I parked my car. Cool. Well, that saved me a little money, I guess. What about the Paragon? That's what I was considering. So, auto pulse lasers 4 available. Grav beams 4 available. Oh yeah, I think I have queued up everything I need for this thing. Heavy burst lasers I have in stock. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that I have every weapon that I need to roll out new ships. And ooh, you know what? This should probably be auto pulse lasers. So let's go ahead and auto fit. This is the BFA Paragon, and this should be a BFA Paragon. Basically, I want all my Paragons to be identical to one another, and now they are. We're going auto pulse for all of the other Paragons. Basically, in fleet, my job is going to be like anti-cruiser, because these tack lancers are amazing at slaying cruisers, and the other Paragons are going to be anti-flagship, because the auto pulse is really strong against flagship. So, divisional labor, and then the Auroras come and go as they please, flanking and ambushing and the like. So now that I've hooked these up with auto pulse lasers, if I'm not mistaken, I need 4 more auto pulse lasers. But regular pulse lasers, I'm all set. Burst PD, I'm all set. Grav, I'm all set. Heavy burst, I can't actually make heavy burst lasers. So there's a lack of... No, I'm all set. Okay, so that's all I need is the auto pulse lasers. Basically, I spent the last 5 minutes figuring that out. Ralph, but that's how it goes sometimes. Cool. Storage. I do intend to bring the Gamma Cores to Tri-Tac at some point, to hand them in. And then we have not Have we really not set up the okay, I guess we haven't. I'm having like senior moments. I really thought I had set up the wormhole anchors, but clearly I have not. We do have a nav buoy spot here that we could set up as a anchor. The thing about this is I probably want to move the makeshift comms to here so that I can put a gate here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up that makeshift comms and move it right now. And for that, I need transphotonics. I have everything I need for it. Cool. All right. In order to reduce my running costs while I'm waiting for the blockade fleet, let's go ahead and just drop basically all my ships into storage. Because I don't need as many. I don't need to be paying the bills with all these people. And for the next, I would say 20 days in game or so, 30 days. It's really just going to be the blockade prep. So, Enabling Barley, thank you for the cheer. Kadath for the gifted sub, Cannabate for the sub, Tannering for the resub, and Trilon for the resub. Cheers. In terms of stable points, I do intend to eventually build another stable point. I saw that as a question. In order to do that, I would need to research all the way here. Gain ability to create an additional stable point in star systems. So it's going to be a minute. Essentially, if you have one stable point, you can build a second one with an alpha core and some materials. And if you have two stable points, you need the special research that Ashes of the Domain adds in order to build another one. Okay, so at the moment, I do have two comms, which is fine. It's by design. And then the other thing is we do have Tamarin getting developed right now. And it is surprisingly just about breaking even, which is awesome. One of the things I was considering doing with my money is right now we have soil nanites boosting farming on Dolio. And if I got a little bit more research, I could unlock artisanal farming and add that to Dolio. Artisanal farming does not allow soil nanites, and then I can move the soil nanites from Dolio to Tamarin, so that Tamarin gets boosted soil nanites, and Dolio supplies the luxury resort with the Lux goods. So, things that I intend to do at some point. And then in terms of wormhole anchors, because I don't have enough stable points, like the stable points here at Tarshish is going to be comms, gate, and we'll have comm relay, gate, and then the next one will probably be at some point the hyper shunt receiver. Because just a little reminder, of course, that we have the gas giants here that that has a coronal hypershunt. And if we're adding a hypershunt receiver, what I probably going to want to do is to set up the wormhole from like Gamma Piscum to Beta Vigri. So it's not going to be a straight shot, but it's going to be a lot more convenient than like flying slow. Major event popped up at Nabla. Did it? Important, yes. Resolve event. This is just safety measures for the factory. It's a recurring thing that happens all the time. All right. So we're getting the autopulse lasers built. And I think besides moving Dolios, so one thing I forgot to mention in the recap is we are moving Dolio's. Originally, Dolio was our research facility. And I guess I need to pop over to Dolio to grab the research there. Because eventually it's going to go over to Tamarin. So the reason I moved the research facility over to Tamarin is if you build a research facility on a pre-collapse facility, so Tamarin, of course, has a pre-collapse facility on it, It enables the construction of research facilities that generate additional databanks each month. So it gives you databank income. So there's no point in me having one at Dolio because Dolio didn't have a pre-collapse facility on it. So here's all the databanks at Dolio, and those will eventually go out once I'm not defending against the blockade to Tarmarin. And I'll probably set up the wormhole gates at that point too. Oh, what's up? We Knights of Lud greet you. They just want some supplies? Fine. I'm not sure why the Knights of Lud are patrolling here. That's interesting. Oh, yes. So I'm going to need to head over and come with to an agreement. I think what ended up happening is once we move the research facility from Dolio to Tarmarin, Dolio became a Ludic majority planet. Yes. And I need to go negotiate about the Ludic majority, but at the moment I'm waiting for the giant blockade fleets, which should be here in 18 days. Actually, should be enough time. So let's do that right now. Current priority right now is to remove the Lud majority. And then while I'm doing that, I can set up at least one leg of the wormhole anchor or something. So there is stable points here at Gamma Piscum. And I'll set up half the wormhole anchor here. And then the other half at Tarmarin. Does Tarmarin have a stability beacon? Yes. Did I bring the anchors? Oh, yeah, I didn't. That would be, you know, I guess a problem. It's one of those days. And looking at the blockade, I think I should just get back. Farting around, I like wasted too much time. Ooh, look at that monthly income. Yes, please. So, I have 3 databanks and then 14 on me. Cool. So we've got, this is the brand new Paragon, and this is the brand new Aurora. And raffle timers are up for both. So let's outfit these bad boys. And then that looks perfectly correct. Weapon groups are all screwy. I might want to go through the other Paragons in case my flagship Paragon's weapon, or it breaks. And that looks perfect. Nice. Does the autofits work with weapon groups? I don't recall. Let's see. Autofit. BFA Paragon. I guess we'll find out. I'll take the other 2 Paragons. So these weapon groups are all screwy. And, okay, they do copy over. Splendid. So that way, if I have to helm one of the other Paragons, they're not super screwy. This new Paragon does, however, need the drive build-in. And, it's a lot of story points, but, like, I'm totally fine doing it, because I intend to keep those ships forever if I can. How many days do I have before it is go 5 days? All right. I think I'm fine with the fleet cost of flying around for 5 days waiting for them. And I am really not going to pull any punches here. I am rolling everybody out. So my in-sector burn speed could benefit from max burn level 10. Yeah, could benefit from 1 tug rather than 9. Okay, so I'll take the tug with me too. Rogie dog, you're up. And this is by far the biggest fleet and most amount of people that I've had to date. But luckily, I have been diligently investing in my economy so that I can actually afford to fly this fleet. I probably don't need to actually buy that much fuel because, like, I'm inside my own solar system. I don't need to go anywhere. But I'm withdrawing a lot of supplies because I suspect big blow-ups. And in fact, I'm going to have, like, more crew so that if I have crew losses, we're fine. Now, before I assign captains and stuff, let's go ahead and make sure that all of the ships are... I just, like, want to double-check them, make sure they're not stupid. One thing I will remind everybody, I'm not trying to build meta fleets. I, in fact, don't want to build meta, and I will make no attempt to build meta. I don't care for the meta, and I feel like copying and pasting meta designs is boring and stupid. I only say that because there's always that YouTube comment of like, you should build them better. It's like, no, I shouldn't, because I don't want to. And I just wanted to say that out loud so that there isn't people going, oh, they're not ideal. They're not. It's like, I don't care. Just, if you want meta, go play for yourself. Quit bothering me with this. I'll be blunt. That's how I feel. All right, so we got the Paragons in. Let's see, auto assign. I wish I had more. Oh, they went to the interesting. All right, I'm going to override the auto assign and put them in the Auroras instead of the, well, you're a missile dude, though. So maybe I'll put the missile dude in one of the Eradicators. And the raffle timer has, what, 30 seconds left? Cool. All right. I would like... Let's see if I can't muster up... No one's here. You take a shuttle. They are trying to cheers me. I am going to join them for a round. I'll give a speech. Compliment the crowd and make connection with the crew. All right, I got a bunch more crew. Cool. High-ranking officer wants a word. Don't care. Man smoking in the dark corner. Don't care. I was mostly looking to see if there was, like, mercenaries to hire to bolster my numbers, but there wasn't at Novel. I'll check Dolio. And the raffle timer's up. So, Paragon's named Big Dizzy. And the Aurora... I feel like I didn't raffle this Aurora either. I don't think anyone, any of you guys were named the Interstitial Breeze. So, we'll rename this one. A Woolen. And then this one. Derek. Some of these ships don't have the BFA, which is short for Breakfire Alliance, name. Oh. So I can try to put that in if I remember. Alright, now everything has the BFA. Cool. Well, that's a hell of a fleet. Let's see if we can get a few more captains. And then we can get blowing up some, whoa! Yeah, that's probably my fleet, actually. Blowing up some people. Hey, an officer! Gunnery implants and steady, you are hired. Well, Officer Kellyan, welcome to the crew. I'm not going to guarantee that you're going to stay on crew, because if I can find a commander with like elite skills, you'll be replaced. But in most cases, what I often do is just like swap the names over. All right, so I have 7 of 8 officers. That's pretty good. And she is asking about, this is what the... Oh, pay the price to get the coords of a domain's research facility? Sure. For 100k? No problem. I afford that. Okay. Persean League blockade is here in 2 days. Sir Wharton, thank you for the sub. Mining at Dolio is now complete. So once we moved the research facility, I set up Dolio to get organics and ore, and it is racking in the organics. The organics is also supplying the Cryo Sanctum, and as you can see, it has been a bit of a boon to our credits per month. I am making some money, I think it's called. Rolling in dough, something like that. And here we go. So we've got a Persean League Enforcer here. Pursuing my fleet? Sure. Comms request. Hailing suspicious fleet operating in non-charted volume. The League Navarch looks down at you like they've caught a small-time ore smuggler. Are you kidding? Have you seen my fleet? This task force acts in the legitimate interest of the Persean League to regulate safe travel and freedom of commerce per interfactional law. She raises her chin another couple degrees. As the apparent representative of a non-league entity and non-signatory of the Persean Sector Commercial Standards Accord, you are hereby ordered to stand down your weapons. Prepare to be boarded. That's nonsense. You have no such authority in this volume. Do you have something to hide? Her tone grows dismissive. Captain. Attempting to avoid legitimate commerce regulations, inspection per interfactional law is highly suspicious. Is it drugs? Illegal harvested organs? We'll find out. I am going to cut the comms link and power up the weapons. Because, yeah, you want to mess about? You will find out. All right, let's rush the capture points and have everyone hang out here. Yeah, don't go trying to enforce your stupid laws in space you don't own. You ain't UN peacekeepers. You're corpses. Floating corpses of derelict ships. You just don't know it yet. But I'll enlighten you to your future. I'm the Oracle of Dolio. Alright, so both... No, not that capture point. I'll wait till the other one's captured. There we go. Oh, look at that. A whole other pair. You know, maybe not a Paragon. I'll do 2 Auroras, an Omen, and 2 Monitors. So you... Wing... 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 Wing. Am I going Imperium on them? No. So, sort of the ethos behind our faction is we believe in our independence and believe in advancing science. And we don't really care about things that stand in our way. So we don't have an ethos of like destroying others as much as we want to be left alone. And if you don't leave us alone, you die. So don't mess with our research. Don't get in our way. I'm not looking to invade other planets or like dominate or anything. I just want to be an economic powerhouse and to be left alone by the other factions. And if they don't leave us alone, they get to die horribly. That's sort of the thought process I have. Okay, all right, forget it. I'm not going after that brawler. Yeah, very much a don't tread on us. But a don't tread on us that allows us to, you know, castle doctrine other factions, if you will. They didn't really bring much of a fleet. Now, if you're wondering, this is not the blockade fleet. This is just like a trade inspection fleet. But I don't need more Persian ships chilling in my solar system. So I might as well start clearing them out before the Persian blockade gets here. Alright, you are going to... I'm actually going to hit full assault. I have faith in my ships to micromanage their armor and flux. We'll see if I was wrong. Because with the super fast Auroras that we have, we'll probably hit and run them really good. Yeah, they're getting pushed back. They're defeated, but I kind of see that they still have ships alive, so let's fix that. You don't get to plant a flag on my territory and then change the flag to a white one. There is no retreat when you're up in my face. I'm gonna pursue them. Order second in command. I'll order the 2 Paragons to wipe them out. Ship recovery. Don't really care about their ships. And that actually allowed me to level up, which is kind of nice. So, skill points. How are we going to spend this? If I spent it in combat, I would probably go for field modulation elite, I think. In leadership, ooh, I don't know what I would do with leadership. Maybe coordinated maneuvers? Or... I don't really have any carriers. Crew training, I guess. In technology, I would go for maybe electronic warfare, because the next point in technology I could get cybernetic augmentation to really make the flagship scary. And then there's really nothing in the industry tree that I would particularly care about. So that was just a little prelude of what we're going to do. Oh, good news. Nabla is now in orbital works, which means Nabla is able to supply even more shipbuilding. So in terms of our production, yeah, it's higher. And that also means that our average fleet for deployment, typical heavy patrol, is going to be even scarier. I like it. Oh, look at that. Look at that detachment. That is a not messing around detachment right there. I like it. All right, so technology looks to be the winner. Of the ones that I have available to me, let's carefully consider. Sensors really wouldn't do much for me, because I'm not really surveying, and I don't need to burn level that moves slowly, which is more of a smuggler thing. Electronic warfare might be nice, because it could increase the ECM rating. So basically, the ECM rating is the electronic, what is it actually short for? The electronic countermeasures, maybe? And the higher your ECM rating is versus the opponent's changes your total weapon range. It also allows you to capture combat objectives quickly, which can be really nice to be able to deployment point front load at the start of combat. Flux regulation wouldn't be bad either, which gives extra flux dissipation. And then we could, add more vents if we want in capacitors. I don't use phase ships, so phase coil tuning isn't helpful, and I'm not jumping between multiple ships, so neural link's not that helpful. I think I'm going to go electronic warfare. And that means next point I can do cybernetic augmentation, which increases the number of elite skills that officers can have under my command, making my officers even stronger. And then 5% damage dealt and minus 5% damage taken for each elite skill I have. And it's double the bonus for the flagship. So I would do 10% more damage and take 10% less damage. And then after that, I suspect I put more elite combat abilities so that my flagship gets even stronger and stronger and stronger, as like a really nice feedback loop. So it seems like my guests are here. None of my officers leveled up. So the strategy in order to deal with the blockade is to go after their supplies, the supply fleet. So here's one supply fleet, and here's the other. And taking out their supply fleets once they disperse a little bit is definitely the most powerful tool that you can employ. I wouldn't mind blowing them up like other ships in their fleet. Just, get my hands dirty, get some experience, etc. But yeah, the supplies is really taking out the two supply ships is going to be the really important thing. All right, so here's another battle. I think this is two fleets at once, and it's mostly just champions. I'm sending the Omens out to capture points, and I'm just chilling here with the Paragon. Actually, I didn't really tell the Paragon to do anything. Go sit here. I am not trying to talk to them. No. There is no negotiation when you come to aggressively attack us. Forget that. Negotiation time is well over by then, right? So we'll have 2 Paragons, 2 Auroras, 4 Monitors, and 2 Omens in this fight. And we'll see how we fare. Radlocker, thank you for the cheer, and Brainbug for the resub. So I'm not actually trying to hold any of the command points, or I'm just sitting back, waiting for them to come to me, so that we can meat grinder them. The Janeway method? More like the Danny DeVito method of, so I just started shooting. Oh, we already lost an Omen. I think I shot it. They're bad at, positioning, and I'm bad at holding fire when appropriate. Luckily, with my abilities, I can recover just about anything, so it doesn't really matter to me. In a fight of economy, I have plenty of crew and plenty of supplies, so like ships that blow up can be demod removed. It's not a big deal. No, I didn't realize they had a conquest in this fight. Once I deal with this champion, I'll go for the conquest. They do have a lot of monitors. That is true. As the player, I know not to bother shooting at them, because they're just like, oh, a complete waste of flux. My own crew, however, that might, you know, my ships don't know not to shoot at them, which is why they're so effective as cannon fodder. Alright, that champion is all sorts of busted. I will need a flux dump, but I'm really not being pressured by much of anything here. Their ships are standing at a distance, kind of scared to actually engage. So they're swarming around me, but they're not doing much else. I bet I can kill that conquest real quick. Plus, I don't really like that they have their, like, spam fleets behind me. Actually, I might go for their destroyers and cruisers here, so we don't get pressured from behind. It's gonna be pretty easy for me to blow up their swarmers. Now, the other thing is I did safety override the Auroras, so they're designed to be quick, but they burn through their combat readiness quick as well. I don't think that's necessarily a design flaw, but for lengthy fights, obviously the Omens and Auroras suffer a little bit. I think it will be fine, though. Alright, let's lower flux. Our Paragon is getting harassed to death. I'm surprised the wings for the Paragon aren't helping out more. I think I'm going to hit full assault and see what happens. But then after full assaulting, I'm going to tell the monitors, all the monitors, to wing the other Paragon. Basically, I want the Auroras to do their own thing. And of course, immediately one of the Omens is like, doo-doo-doo! Splat. Alright, so I'm gonna fall back a little bit, drop my flux. I might need to do it by just letting the Conquest shoot at me. Because there isn't really, I wasn't getting shielded by anything. So let's take out this Conquest as being annoying. Oh, you got an Aurora. You're gonna pay for that. What do they have coming in? Oh, yeah, they're starting to really swarm. I haven't been all that effective at, like, killing the big stuff. Not my finest work. Take this champ out. Soon we'll have deployment points to actually field more ships. Should be nice. What is happening here is they captured all 4 points and just like flood. I failed to notice how many ships they actually had, and they're just flooding the field full of like deployment points, essentially. Oh, I'm dead. That was dumb. Not paying attention. Wow, my overload time was what, like 11 seconds? Well, luckily I quick saved right before. Don't love civs coming, but player failure being what it is. So yeah, in this case, what happened was they, I let them capture essentially too many deployment points and took on 2 fleets at once, which is not a good idea. I didn't think it would be a double fleet, but they got a resupply of double fleets. So let's try to do this smarter. Obviously, the blockade is enormous, so what I want to do is I want to be taking them out like 1 fleet at a time. And using my speed and mobility to fight the correct targets. Oh, what are you? Seriously? God, cannot wait to get rid of them. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, Ashes of the Domain, which originally streamed live on Twitch February 14th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow captains.